Hello and welcome back. This is Greg French. Today we're going to talk about Windows 10 USB install. Microsoft has created an install tool where we can install Windows 10 using a USB port. This is pretty handy if you have a laptop or a notebook that doesn't have a CD-ROM or DVD where you can install Windows through a CD-ROM or DVD. So let's get started. First you're going to need the tool. So go to Google, go ahead and search for Windows 10 download. You should find on the window here, you'll find this download Windows 10 ISO Microsoft. Now an ISO file is just an image file of a CD or DVD. It's a nice handy tool. Creating ISO files from CDs allows you to store those CDs in an image format, which just creates just one tool out of maybe thousands of different files. So go ahead, click on this. Next screen you'll get is get Windows 10. Now you can go ahead and begin to upgrade a particular PC. If you've got Windows 7 or 8 on it, you can go ahead and click this to upgrade, or to get the tool, just scroll down a little bit further and you'll see another display here. Need to create a USB or DVD or ISO? We can go ahead and download this tool now. So click on the download. This window shows up first, getting a few things ready. Once that's complete, you'll get this next window where it says you have a selection, upgrade this PC now or create the installation media for another PC. You want to click the second one so we can create this installation media and put it onto a USB drive. Click next. Next you'll see the language, English. The edition we're looking for is Windows 10, and the architecture I'm looking for is 64-bit. You might want a 32-bit, but I prefer the 64-bit that runs well with a lot of the applications that I'm using. Click next. We're going to put it on a USB drive. You have an option here of USB drive or ISO file. Again, an ISO file is an image file of maybe an install disk or a CD where we create just a single file, and then later we can use this ISO to create and burn a CD. So this becomes a pretty important tool. I've got another YouTube on this if you want more information on how to create ISO files. Anyway, select the USB flash drive and select next. It says here you're going to need at least a 3 GB USB drive. I've found that this installation is almost 4 gigs, so you're going to need at least a 4 gig. It's just a little bit less than 4 gigs. So if you don't have a 4 gig, you'll probably run out of room. Click next. Downloading Windows 10. You can see the progress I'm showing here is already 25%. This only takes a few minutes to download the files and get your USB drive ready. Once that's finished, you'll get your USB flash drive is ready. It has some information here. If you're going to install Windows 10 on your PC for the first time or install a different edition, you will need the product key. What's nice about this is if you've already got a installation of 7 or 8.1, you're not going to need a product key. This is going to be a free install for you. Windows 10's a pretty nice upgrade. I've only had a few issues on my laptop, but the issues have been fairly minor. One was with a new not YouTube, but Bluetooth, and I'm trying to use Bluetooth 4.0, which has a low energy addition to it for low energy devices, and I'm finding that only Windows 10 has the drivers to make that work. But I've had a couple of issues, but they have pretty much been minor, so I'm going to be running Windows 10 on some of my computers. So let's continue. Next you're going to well, on this one I clicked on the USB device to show you that showed you in my computer that here it is in my computer setup. Then go ahead and click on that device and you'll see inside you've got a set of folders and some files. You can go ahead and click on the setup if you can see the USB device, and this will start your installation of Windows 10. But if you're working with a computer that either the Windows isn't working or it's a brand new install, you're going to have to modify the setup or the BIOS to use the USB as your first boot device. In order to do that, like if you have a Windows or a Dell laptop, in order to do it on a Dell laptop, as it starts that boot process, there's a screen that flashes to press F12. When you press F12, that breaks into the boot process and allows you to select a boot device. And that boot device could be the normal hard drive, could be a CD-ROM, or it could be the USB. In this case, we need to select the USB so that the USB is the boot device that's going to start the upgrade or download of Windows 10 onto the computer. So if you have a different type of a laptop, you might, or a different computer, you might end up pressing the escape key, the F1 key, the delete key, but generally there's a message during the boot process of which key to press in order to get your installation started. Let's continue. Here I'm using Plop, which is a boot loader that can be installed onto the hard drive. And here you can see I have a selection up here: floppy, CD-ROM, or USB, and I've got USB selected. So continuing on, you'll see this window. This window is the beginning of the installation of Windows 10 onto the computer. If you're using a USB 2.0, this is going to take a while. The 2.0 is not as fast as you need really for the installation. This can take anywhere from 10, 15, 20 minutes or more. You're going to look like your computer is just hung up or frozen, but give it some time. Be patient. The next screen you should see is this, where you have your Microsoft software licensing terms. Go ahead and accept that. Next, you'll see a few more minutes it's going to take for just doing some final configuration before Windows 10 starts up. This shouldn't take very long. The next screen you'll see is Windows 10 starting. Go ahead and click on this, probably just the enter key, and it should get you to your login screen. If you set a password, you just need to type in the password, and Windows 10 here's your desktop. So this is how to install Windows 10 using USB. Hopefully this has been helpful. Thank you very much. Bye for now.